Go!
Hey!
Hello, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Ryan. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Okay, so today we talk about an interesting problem, which is called sum zeros.
Some zeros.
So, given a positive number integer n, you're asked to return an array which contains integer. Let's sum up to zeros, but this integer has to be different, unique. So basically, two requirements. One is all integers unique. Okay, you can only use one integer once. And all integers, second requirement, sum to zero. Okay? Okay, another third requirement, use an integer, okay? So if n equals 1, can you find an array which satisfies these three requirements? Actually, there's only one array.
0.
Yeah, 0. Okay, when n equals 2, can you find an array?
1.
Once you make sure it's 1 and what?
Minus 1.
Yeah. So how many kind of possibility for this answer? Is it unique? Can you there?
So 1, if n is 1, only one possibility.
And when n is 2 or any, what's it? How many possibilities? How many? Can you find any other than these two? Can you find this? One more?
2. Can't see.
2 what?
Minus 2.
Yeah. So you can find unlimited one, right? Okay. So
What does it mean minus 1?
1 minus 1. So you find two numbers added to 0, right? And all these two numbers needs to be different. Yeah? Is it easy? Yeah?
1 minus 1.
Yeah, it will be 0. 2 minus 2 will be 0. You can say 3 minus 3, yeah? Yeah? Okay, how about n equals 3?
3, 0.
0?
1 minus
1, yeah. You see? So when n is an odd number, so you first put a 0, right? Yeah? And then you'll be reduced to n equals 2, right? Alright? Okay, so this is one kind of strategy, yeah? So how can you think of other strategies? Like if n equals 100, so what do you put?
That will take for ages to write.
Yeah, but you can always write it, generate these 100 numbers. I give you a hint.
100 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6
and then how do you put it?
Minus 8
Yeah.
minus 9 minus 10 minus
Okay, I got it. So n equals 100. I give you a hint. How about let's generate the first 99 number in a sequence, and then we can calculate the last number. So can you find a sequence?
pattern.
Yeah, any pattern. How do you generate the first?
1.
Yeah, you can start from 0 as well. 0, 1, then what? Keep doing 2. As long as it's different, right? And you get 98. And then after this, you know the sum of the first 99 numbers, right?
And then
You put a negative to that, right? And all you can guarantee all these numbers are different and they sum up to 0, right? Does it make sense? Okay. So let's write the first solution, okay? Should be easy. Where's my eraser?
The end of the first line. We were when we started.
Yeah, but we can write number 2 if you want, okay? So this is just the way to generate this n array of n integer, unique integer. Let's sum up to 0. Okay, so let's say define
The end of that line is
some
column.
zeros and what's missing?
Column!
Okay. So let's say this number start from the first one, right? Yeah, and then we put this answer, put the number in the answer, right? At the beginning is empty list, yeah? So while I want to put 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. So if as long as it's bigger than 2, right? Bigger or
the thingy and then minus the thingy.
right, look, so what should I put here? When they are more than 2 or at least 2, then what should we put to the answer? Append what? Append what?
Use the thingy and then minus the thingy.
So append what? Use the thingy. What thingy? Append what?
I.
I know what should I put here.
Minus I. Yeah.
A minus I. Okay. And then when I use the I need to do what? When I is 1, the next one is what? When now I is 1, and I want to in the
1.
next turn I will
1.
be
2.
2. So what? I what? Add equals 1, right? Now I use 2 numbers. So what happened to n? I have put 2 numbers. So what should I do to the n? N is the number of integer we need to put in the array. And then I put one number, I put 2 numbers, so what should I do with the n?
2.
What 2?
And minus 2.
Minus equals 2, okay? And then after this loop, okay, when n is bigger than 2, so after this loop, what happened to n? N will be smaller than 2, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of value, possible value for the n?
Possible value.
Yeah?
0.
n?
And 1.
Yeah, 0 and 1. So when it's 1, what does it mean? If n equals 1,
It definitely gets 0.
sorry? If n is 1, what does it mean? Its original is odd or even number?
Odd.
Odd, yeah. Because it always changes by 2. It doesn't change its the fact that it's even or odd, right? Because 3 is odd and in minus 2 is 1, still odd. 4 is even, you minus 2 is 2, is still even, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So when n is 1, it means the original number is odd number. So in this case, what should we do with that? We are missing 1.
0.
Yeah, so what should we do? Answer the append what?
0.
Where that? And then there's one thing missing.
Column.
Return.
Answer.
Answer.
Yeah.
Where that?
Answer.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll implement a second approach. Okay, so does it make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, now,
Using the triangle thingy.
what triangle thing?
Nothing.
Okay, so I will be start from 0, okay? So now,
And then we want to
answer will be start from at the beginning. And then we have a sum equals 0, okay?
I add 1 until n minus 2.
So look, while n bigger than 0, bigger than 1, okay? Because we need to save the last value, right? The last value, yeah?
Yeah.
So look,
And
answer
a column,
the,
not I.
append what? Answer the append what? Append I, right? And then when I append I need to increment to
N minus.
1. I will become
This looks like a column.
okay,
not
okay,
I.
okay, 1, okay. I plus equals 1, so I will become 0 to 1, right?
Yeah.
And then sum, I need to add the sum to
N.
sum equals actually I need to put it here. Append I, so the current sum is what? Add I, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then I plus equals 1, right? And then n what? I put 1 number, so what should I do with n?
Minus.
Minus equal what? How many numbers? 1. Come on, I put a number, I reduce it, okay? So now n will become 0, right?
Yeah.
Become 0 because it's smaller. It will become 1 because n is bigger than 1 until this. And then now n will be 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a special case. If n is 0, and I should put.
Return anything.
No, I can do this answer dot append. Append what? Minus what? Right? When n is 0, s is 0, minus s is 0. That's fine. When n is 1, no, n is 1. N cannot be 0. N is 1. It does not go inside. And then minus 0. Like that's when n is 2, I add the when n is 2, look, when n is 2, I add a 0. Okay, so I think this should be 1. Start from 1. Okay, when I put a 1, and then I should put a s, right? put minus s, yes? Alright?
Oh yeah.
Does it make sense? Look, this s thingy is the first n minus 1 numbers, the sum of the first n minus numbers, yeah? Alright? And the minus n is the last number because I want to negate the sum, right? Yes? So let's do this. When n equals 2, n equals 2, right?
Yeah.
Append 1, and then do this.
Append I.
Append I is 1, right? Append I, and then n will reduce by 1, which is 1, and then go outside. S will be 1, and minus 1. It will be 1 minus 1, that will work, right?
Yeah.
When n is 3,
With music.
when n is 3, you print 1, 2, right? The sum will be 3, and the last one you will be put 1, 2, minus 3, right? It still works. When n is 1, it doesn't go inside. Look, Eric, it doesn't go inside, right?
Yeah.
When n is 1, because this loop, you only go into this loop when n is bigger than 1, strictly bigger than 1, right? Now it's 1.
What happens if it's the same as 1?
Yeah, n is 1, it doesn't go inside. So append minus s will be minus 0, will be 0. So it still works, okay?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
When n is 4, so look for I, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah? 1, 2, 3.
Minus 6.
Yeah, because the sum will be 6, and then minus s will be minus 6. Right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the time complexity?
I.
Oh, what?
N.
Yeah, and because
Yeah.
we are generating the n numbers, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the space complexity?
O-N.
Yeah, we're done. Wow,
Oh.
that's very quick. We're done because we are using what?
A sum.
No, we are
We're
using
using a list.
a list answer.
Yeah,
we're
super
done.
quickly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, boy. Okay. So the last thing to say to the people over
Bye.
and then
Bye.
bye bye. See you tomorrow.